What's up? I just did an hour of filming, lost it. I can't find it. I was clicking the thing too much, but anyway. So hopefully I can find it and um, put it back so people can see it. Okay, today's topic: my mother-in-law hates me, and she does. Me and my husband met really, really young, and he said he fell in love from the day he saw me. So go figure. And we grew up, got married at 18, and our life changed. How it changed, that I was into the arts, so was he, and I was taking up dance, all kind of dance, ballet, jazz, African. I can sing, so I was taking singing lessons, piano lessons, all the good stuff that a performer, supposed to hone their craft. I'm trying to fix this. And, we both love poetry. We both love poetry. So, but, things happen, and, secretly he came into the realization that he wants to be who he wants to be, and things was holding me back. So, decided to go our separate ways. Stay together as much as we can, but go our separate ways. Then as we grew up, we just started living different lives. Okay? We didn't really tell anybody about our marriage, because nobody liked me and his family. They didn't. And no matter what I try to do, they still didn't like me for whatever reasons. I guess I wasn't light enough, because his mom is dark skinned, his father is very light, and his mother just didn't. She didn't think I was worthy of her son. And and, and no matter how much you try to show the parent that you care for their children, you cannot. I'm doing two tapings because I lost the last one, so I'm not taking any chances. No matter how much you try to show the parent that you really care for their child and you have the best intentions, when they don't like you, they don't like you. So I can understand, with a lot of women who try to get the nod of their parents. That's why after that encounter, I don't really want to know a guy's family, because now we're living separate. He's doing his thing, I'm doing my thing. So he's dating, I'm dating. So I just don't want to meet anybody's family, because I'm not dating your family. I'm dating you. I got to get to know you. Whether they like me or not is totally up to them, but I have good intentions. But I learned not to want to meet the family at an early stage in my life, because, no matter what you do, the family is not going to be happy with you, no matter how hard you try. No matter if you try to show them that you have good intentions for their brother, for their son, they don't care. So I just stopped trying. I see a lot of girls on the internet and some of these shows, and they kill themselves trying to be loved by the mother of their husbands or their boyfriends or whatever. in a couple of cases, a marriage is being held because the mother don't like the the girl, because the mother wants the girl to be something that she's not, but the girl stuck by this guy through thick and thin, and took him through hard times, hung out with him through hard times, and the mother don't like her for whatever reason, because she wants one of those fairy tale relationships with the parent, which I want to get along with my daughter-in-law also, but if I don't. It's whoever my sons love, whoever they love, if you don't like me or whatever, you're just not gonna get my money. So I hope my son is well prepared. You're not gonna get my money if you don't like me, and if you have kids, I really don't want to know them. Yeah, they make my grandkids, but they're your kids. They come from a person who don't like me. I don't force myself onto nobody. My son's, if he's dating someone that don't like me, okay, but you like her, so fine with that. But don't expect me to do the grandmotherly things just because it's my son's child. No, I'm not. I'm not going to do it. I'm not. Because you're going to raise your children to hate me, but yet still you still want the benefits of a grandmother. So no, you have a mother, so take your children to know your parents and be happy with that, because I'm not going to get involved. I don't care if it's my grandkids. I don't. You're not gonna be happy with things that I work hard for, and you don't like me. You think, oh, just because I have one son and he's supposed to. No, he ain't supposed to get nothing. I can always give my money to somebody else that don't pertain to you and your kids. Because once you're raising your children, once you don't like me, and you're raising your children, which is my grandchildren, to hate me, I don't want no parts of them. I don't want to be around people who don't like me, even if it's my offspring, even if it's my grandchildren. I don't. I want to live a fucking happy life. I work too hard in this community to 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 take my money and give it to people who don't like me. It's all right not to like me, but you're not going to share into nothing that I made for myself to be happy. You're not. You're not going to do that. I'm really not into all that. We have an understanding. You don't like me, and I can care less. And my heart is not with my grandchildren. Those are your mother's grandchildren. Those are not my grandchildren, because you're gonna raise my grandchildren to hate me. So therefore, I'm cutting all feelings aside. I'm at the point in my life I want to be loved. I want to be liked by people I'm around. And yes, even if it's my own grandkids, yes, I'll give you up. I don't want to get to know you. Oh, you're pregnant? Oh, congrats. Don't care. I don't care. Yes, I love my son. My son loves you, and he wants to be happy with you. So, okay, be happy with her. Just don't think she's going to inherit anything I worked hard for. Because it's your very family that put me through hell to stop me from making what I'm making, and then I'm going to make it and give it to you. You fucking crazy. Just because that's my child and just because that's my grandchild? No. No, it's one thing to hate me and leave me alone, but it's another thing to hate me and deter me from being happy. So if you hate me and you've been deterring me, you're not going to get shit out of my life. No. I don't like a lot of people, but I leave them alone. I don't go out my way to make their lives miserable, but his family did and is. His family hate the fact that we're close, and he tells me everything. And they don't want me to inherit anything that he has. That's where they're coming from. They want all whatever he has to go to them. But it's because of them that I was never in his life. Because he loves his mom. He don't want to see his mom get sick because his mom thinks I'm whatever she thinks that I am. I understand. Moms don't want gold diggers. Meanwhile, he had no gold when I met him. He was broke. You understand? So I met him from ground up, but I guess I wasn't pretty enough. I wasn't a dime piece like my mom. You understand? So, and I'm not as light as she wants, because a lot of dark skinned people, they have a complex, so they want to hook up with a lot of light skinned people. And the same thing with tall people. They have a complex, so they hook up with a lot of short people. And fat people hook up with skinny people. And, you know, that's how it goes. The opposite always hook up with the opposite. And dark skinned men hooks up with a lot of light skinned women, and vice versa. Because they want that trait to be rubbed off from their family, being dark. You understand? Because within our own community, we get teased for being of the darker complex. We don't talk about it a lot, but that's what it is. Everybody has some kind of something in their cipher, in their culture. And in the black community, the lighter you are, the better you are. The skinnier you are, the better you are. You understand? And we just have that complex. So she don't like me because of a lot of reasons. She don't like me because I'm not pretty enough, and I'm not light enough for her son. Because she cannot think she cannot think I'm a gold digger, because I've been with him since he ain't had nothing. So I don't understand that gold digging thing. But now that he's rich and he got money, she wants to call me a gold digger. Okay, it's your prerogative. You can call me a gold digger if it'll make you feel better. But my husband did a wonderful thing for me, and a lot of husbands or wives wouldn't do what he did. Whatever he made, he gave me half of it. I didn't even know that. Whatever he made, he put a half of it aside for me, and we're living separate lives. So that goes to show you, yeah, he loves me, but he just didn't want to bring rifts into his family. And plus, he wanted to get to where he got to go. And he didn't want me to do that jealous girlfriend thing or the jealous wife thing and start making trouble so his career won't hit up. Because when you're in a certain career, you got to seem as single. And then when you start growing in the career, you got to be married. And then you got to be married to the right person, because that right person has to be, well liked in the community of news and media and all that stuff. And I'm not really a likable person because of what the parents and the family was spreading. So a lot of people in the media didn't like me before they even knew me, because his family is deep into a lot of things that he does. So they deep into the media. So in other parts of whatever, and they just spread amongst each other that I'm not this and I'm not that and I'm a bitch and I'm whatever, without even meeting me, without even knowing me. They just was spreading words because they know their mom don't like me, or their auntie don't like me, and the aunt don't want me into the family, so they gonna badmouth me. And I just thought it was wrong. They never took into consideration that I loved their brother, that I loved their son, that I loved their cousin. They just all started being mean to me. So without even getting to know me, because without me, he wouldn't be where he's at. And he understood that. That's why everything that he earned, he secretly put aside a half for me. I was shocked when I heard it. I was shocked when he told me. He said, well, if I'm rich, you're going to be rich. Whatever I'm worth, you're going to be worth. And it brought me to my knees, because here we are living separate lives. I'm thinking I'm forgotten, and this man has done something for me to really say, yeah, he really do care. So money I have, but a relationship, it's like we're getting to know each other all over again. You know, we're getting to know each other all over again, and he's dating, I'm dating. You understand? So it's hard. So I don't know if any of you is in a relationship with a guy or a girl, a husband, or just a boyfriend, and the parent just don't like you. I wish some of you would have joined me today so we can have a conversation, about that. What it is that you think that you've done to that person to make you not like that person. One of the things I notice is they can't control you. They want that kind of relationship where the daughter-in-law is submissive, or the son-in-law is submissive to that person, or to them as a parent. Yeah, you can be respecting, because I would be respecting to his parents. I don't show. I would never disrespect his his mom or his dad. I would never do that. But just because I don't fall into the criteria of an ass kisser, she prejudged me, or maybe something I did when I was younger. I do not know why this lady can't stand me, and her whole family in turn spread rumors to hate me. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I wanted to know when I was younger, but now money's into play. You know, and I hope they don't want him to die so they can collect some money, because he's such a great guy. I hope so. I hope y'all taking good care of him and with his health and everything, because just to want something frivolous as money so you can squander it and to take his life, it's going to be very hurtful. And he has children, you know? So what are you going to do to his children? And that's what I wonder. That's what I'll be saying to him. I'm like, if they vying to get into your will, what do you think if, God forbid, something happened to you? What's going to happen to your children? What's going to happen to your children? What are they going to do to your children? Are they going to, you know, um, do like Whitney's family? I I don't know. Because of course he's going to leave his money to his children. Because he loves his kids. But what about the family members who thought they was going to get something but might not? What are they going to do? What are they going to do to his children when he's gone? And if they're still alive? Or what did they tell their children to do to his kids? A lot of people do some crazy stuff for money, believe it or not. They would. It's it's sad, but you see that dollar, people just do some crazy stuff for that dollar. And when I see they get it and what they do with it, I'm like, this is what this is what you did to that person so you can get the money to so-called live a better life, and you're squandering it instead of you getting up every morning and grinding just like everybody else. Because to me, that's what his cousin's secretly doing. So he was the mom's go-to boy to keep me down, and everybody knows him as, the first man in charge of his life, but he's a grimy motherfucker. He is. He's grimy. Because he got that fame, but he don't got that money. Oh yeah, that's so and so right hand man. Everybody knows him as that, but he don't have that money. He's on salary just like the rest of the staff, and he hates that. He resents the fact that he's not living that kind of life. Even though he does nothing and he's getting a salary. He knows who the fuck I'm talking about. He's getting a salary to do nothing, and he's still not satisfied. So he's blowing his salary and still looking at my husband like, why he gotta have all this? Yeah, because he's grinding. He has a company. He left it in charge of y'all, and y'all still ain't doing shit. He gotta be out there all the time. Like, motherfucker, anytime are you gonna rest? You got all these people working for you, and they not earning that fucking salary. Just like I had to tell people the previous video, you earning all this fucking money, and you bitching about when you hear me talk to somebody and give them a title and shit. I've been grinding. Grinding what? What the fuck you been grinding? What? I'm fighting. I'm fighting off people myself, and your job is security. Your job is tech. Your job is this, and I'm running around doing your fucking job with a messed up phone. You're tech, but I'm running around with a fucking messed up phone. So I don't fucking understand it. Your job is to secure a place for me to live. Yes, still I'm here fucking looking all over the place, my goddamn self, and people seeing where I'm. That's your fucking job. Why am I doing your job? You should be sending me pictures. You should be knowing what I like. If you were supposed to be an agent, you're supposed to be saying, okay, she's gonna like this, she's gonna like that, because people's watching her or whatever. She wants to be secure. She don't want nobody to know where she lives. I'm looking in the thing. Everybody's seeing where I'm looking, and therefore, the cops that's on their side, the officers on their side, and the people who's stalking me is seeing everywhere I'm fucking looking at. Your job is to know what I like, know what I deserve to, where I deserve to fucking live. Go look for it in this place that I'm getting ready to move. Send me pictures the way we send each other notes. And I'm going to tell you, yes, I want that. Yes, I want that. No, I don't like that. No, I don't. And that's it. That's how you supposed to be doing. But everybody want to be fucking laxy-daisy and get a check. Why am I looking for my own house? Why? You know what the fuck I'm moving to. Why aren't you sending me shit on the DL? Why? And I can just say, yes, I want this, and secure it for me. Because all these fucking people's gonna do is call whoever down there and scare them to death, tell them to triple and double the price, even though they're not getting away with shit. Because I'm supposed to have pit bulls. You're supposed to say, that's not the price. And that's not the price of the taxes. And that's not the price of this and that. And you bargain, whatever. And then you let us know who is the bum-ass real estate person that's doing whatever, so we can stop them from working. Because they got their team. I'm supposed to have my fucking team. Why am I doing everything myself? Find me a place to live. Because they keep intercepting all the shit that I like. What the fuck? Earn your money. So, his family is going out their fucking way, hating on me, so he'll leave me alone or whatever. But he said he'll never leave me alone. I can do what the fuck I want. I can date who I want because we're living separate lives, but we might get together. So what you gonna do then? When we get together, what the fuck you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I have a best friend, yes, and we're cool. What are you gonna do? So if you're dealing with in-laws that don't like you, what do you do? What do you do? I try to be very respectful. I, I don't really say anything to them or whatever the case may be. I let everything roll off my shoulders, and I take all the disrespect I can because it's his family. I'm like, okay, you gotta deal with your family, but this day in day out shit with his family is, you know, on my last nerve. I don't deserve how they treat me, but that's how they want to treat me. So I'm cutting all of them off because he put me in charge. So I'm cutting all y'all bitches off. Yep, every last one of y'all who don't like me and who have spent the last 30, 40 years coming at me because I know you don't like me. So you showed me the last 40 years you don't like me. So what else is there to argue with? You already know what side that you're going on. So of course I'm not gonna hurt none of y'all or whatever. But don't think you're gonna fake the funk and try to be on my good graces. And I know you don't like me. No, you're still his family, so you can still be over there. But as far as my team and me trusting you, no. Yep, and that goes for his mother too. She don't have to like me, and I don't give a fuck. But what are you doing? What are you doing with a parent or a family member that don't like you of your husband's or your wife's family? What do you do? Of course, you're not going to be disrespectful. I'm not disrespectful to his mom. You understand? You're not going to be disrespectful. But it hurts. Because it's not like you just met him and whatever. You're married now. You have children. You understand? You showed that, okay, when I was young, maybe I was a scumbag to you, but I got your daughter in a nice house. I got kids. I fucked up. Maybe me and her was on the breaks and I got a kid, but, I love my wife and now we're together. Can we move on? Do I have to hear all this pounding in my ear all the time because I'm holding her down now or I'm holding him down? What do you do in that case? Because I've given up on my family. You understand? They don't like me, and I'm like, I'm content with that. I'm content because, sometimes you think with family, you gotta take their shit and drag along with that. No, I told you, I told everybody. I'm in my lifetime stage because I'm 50 plus that I don't give a fuck. I don't care who feels what about me anymore. I want to do me. I want to be happy. And if it's okay with him, I don't care who else. Not even my kid. Nope. I don't care what he thinks. His feelings towards me and my lifestyle is none of his business. Because I'm not there sitting up telling you who to talk to and who not to talk to. That's your life. Just know whoever you decide to think, if she don't like me, she gets nothing that I worked hard for. Nothing. Nothing. Both of y'all gonna have to grind and make it on your own. I don't know who I'm giving my money to. I don't. It's newly found shit. I don't know. But it ain't nobody who don't like me. I tell you that much. It's not mandatory for a parent to give their children or their siblings anything, especially when all their lives they had problems and all their lives, that person don't like them for whatever reason. Yeah, one of my sisters, I grew up with her, and on the low, she couldn't stand me, and I had to find that out from her father because we don't have the same father, but her father raised me, and her father told me, she's jealous of our relationship, and I've always tried to be a good sister to her, but according to her, I never did anything for her. So I had to come to the realization that my own sisters, because I have other sisters that don't like me. And, when I also gave up my mom, oh, she was happy. She was happy. She was acting like she was unhappy, but she was happy. I told her, I said, now you have my mother and your father to yourself. Because one day she was calling me mean. My mom called me, wished me happy birthday. And I told her thank you and hung up. Because my mother tell me the same thing every year. She stay on the phone for a good 1 minute. May God bless you, and that's it. And anytime me and my mom have a conversation, we stay on the phone a good 2 minutes. Yet still, she stays on the phone for hours with my sister. Yet still, anything my mom ever needed in life, it was me and my sister paying. Not just my sister, but my sister used to make all my mom's friends and all my family think that she was the only one that was paying for everything. So I got no credit for nothing. So I became the black sheep of the family. And oh, she's such a terrible daughter. Her mom is this sick, and this is how she treat her mom. And I used to get the whole backlash from people. I just get tired of that. How long do you want to try to get your parents' approval? I'm a grown woman. I'm seeking my own happiness. You don't like me? Yeah, you my mom, but I don't care anymore. So I told my sister, you got your mother, because your father done told me that you jealous of our relationship and you don't want us to communicate anymore or as often. So after he told me that, and I would call him just to wish him like holidays and stuff, he wouldn't pick up. So what I had to do, I had to call her to tell him to call me. She loved that because she knew that if I had to do all that means he's not communicating with me, and it made her happy. And I just got tired of that. I'm like, okay, fuck him too. Yeah, I love you, and you raised me, and I was trying to see if I can help you or whatever. But then when I wanted to do that, I said my sister wouldn't let him know that I was helping her take care of him. So I'm like, okay, let her do it. If he really needs something, he'll call me. Because I owe my stepfather that much. I owe him that much to take care of him because he took care of me when I was pregnant. Without his money when I was pregnant, I don't know where I would have been. And he's a great stepfather. He was a great stepfather, whatever. So me and him never really had problems. But when I tried to start taking care of him, like my sister, she wasn't giving me the credit. So I just stopped. I said, okay, if he ever really need anything, I'm there for him. I would give him whatever he wants. Because my sister wasn't letting him know that I was giving him anything. I stopped. You understand? He was like, oh, for real? Oh, okay. So I said, oh, okay, that's how that is. And the same thing with my mom. My mom have to go here, there, wherever. I would help her get the ticket. I would help her get the dress, the clothes, whatever. And I would get no credit from her and my mom. My mom didn't appreciate the stuff that I did. And her friends would feel like I'm the worst daughter there was. And I would get the looks. And I just got tired of it. I'm like, you know what? How long can a grown woman try to get, happiness from her parent? And then with my dad, his wife, even though we're the same age, she always, never wanted me to get close to my dad. Yet still she used to talk about how close her and her father was. all the time. And I couldn't understand, how come you want to be close to your dad, but you don't want me to be close to mine? Because me and my father is close. And then after that, we stopped being close because she resented it. So she can have him. I'm not forcing myself on nobody at all. And then my sisters got mad because they're close to my dad, and they got mad that I cussed out my dad and not knowing the story or whatever. And my aunts and them. But I can't really remember. You understand? But they said I cursed out my. Yeah, that's after all this time of all this stuff being held in. You understand? I shouldn't have done it because they are my aunts. You understand? But they was being mad grimy because some of my cousins, well, a couple of my cousins on my father's side don't like me. Not my aunts. No, that's a lie. Who's the eldest? The eldest aunt kids don't like me. Well, their daughters don't like me. And it rubbed off on the rest of the family because everybody liked them. Because they're not around. They out the country. She's out the country. And she resented the fact that I would get any kind of props in the family, and she would try to sabotage all the family members who did like me. You understand? So, yeah, she would be doing some grimy shit. And even when I go down to Trinidad, she'd be right there, and she'd be trying to sabotage me and her brother, and you know, whatever. Don't ask me. I don't know. Well, I think I know now. You know, for what I thought was her money or her family money, it wasn't her money. It was my money. They were just executors of my money. So she resented the fact that her father was working, and she thought that she should be the one that was. But your father was a worker, from what I hear now. You understand? And he was just an executor for my money. So she wants to be in my shoes. So, but she just benefited because she's the eldest daughter. You understand? But she didn't really put no grind in. So she wanted to take everything from me and not tell me. Because I used to wonder, when I go to these family meetings, why everybody looking at me so strange? Now I know it's because I had a lot of money coming to me and they was all upset. You understand? They was working for me and nobody was telling me. The only person that was trying to tell me is my uncle, and he passed. Yep. He said, I got something to show you. Because all my little years, nobody would tell me why they didn't like me on that side of the family. And then now, being in my 50s, I found out. Somebody took a liking to me and started something, and somebody was the executor in my family for me and my money, and they was all trying to take my money under me. You understand? Without telling me that, no, all this stuff is yours. But whoever was doing the executive, they did a good job because they spread the wealth among the community. They helped a lot of people open businesses and stuff like that. So now, the fortune is more. So thank you for whoever was taking control of it. I appreciate it. And there's no need for my family to be mad because anything they wanted, I would give to them. Because yeah, I was there. I didn't want nothing to do with nothing. I'm telling you, I was such a square back then, and even to my middle age, I wanted nothing to do with stuff like that. Nothing, And I guess they saw what I didn't see in the future. So my husband gave somebody in my family to be executor, and he would give them whatever tips, and they would just be whatever, and that's it. So they made connections in Africa and all over the place, the Middle East and the Jewish community and stuff like that, on behalf of me. And I never knew that. I never knew that they was my employees. I just thought, they was doing it for their family and that's it. But I didn't know that, you know, they was doing it on my behalf. So, but I thank them. They don't have to be mad at me. They don't have to hate me. I don't hate my family. Because, yeah, you put in the grind and everything, but you got a salary. You got a big old house that you live. You got the biggest house in the family. All your kids went to private school. Me and my son, I went to a public college. You understand? I did the street thing and you did the glamorous thing. You got everything private. You got the big old house. You got the big old this. You got the fancy big old wedding in the most popular church. You got all the stuff I was supposed to get, but you was trying to take over whatever. But fine, your father was grinding. Thank you. I understand that. But you don't have to hate me. None of my family should hate me. I don't hate you. I mean, the kind of investments that y'all made, it was great. I would get everybody a house in my family. Well, let me don't say that. I would try to do the best thing for my family because y'all put in the grind. Y'all did whatever. You understand? I'm not a selfish person. What I'm gonna do with all this money? When you die, you can't take it with you. I like to see people happy. So all this animosity y'all have towards me is uncalled for. It's crazy. I was there when I was young. I seen what y'all was doing. So, I just didn't want to be part of that. I wanted to be a nun. I wanted to be in politics. I wanted to be a lawyer. That kind of stuff was not what I wanted to do. But y'all grinded, and I appreciate that. So there's no hate should be given. Because I've seen that y'all put in work, and I appreciate that. So all this theft and all that stuff is uncalled for. It's not necessary. Even you don't have to hate on your cousin. I've seen that your father put in work, and your father loved his kids. And just because he loved y'all, I'll do whatever I can for y'all because your father was a good man. And of course, he wants his kids to be taken care of. So anything y'all want, y'all would have got. Oh, y'all can still get, but don't be grimy behind my back and try to off me and use my haters to get at me. That shit is getting on my fucking nerve, for real. It's getting on my nerve to know that my own family is paying people to watch over me and do some grimy shit to me. For real, that hurts. Your father wouldn't want that. Your father wouldn't want you to pay people to hurt me. He could have did that when I was young. Because I was all over Harlem by myself, little, being curious, watching everybody. I was walking the street, at 8, 9, by myself up in Harlem. If he wanted me dead, he would have been killed me. But he didn't. So why you want me dead? Why you want me under your thumb? Anything that you want, you can have. Why you want to do stuff like that to me and my child? You know what my son is going through right now? Do you want any of your children to go through what he's going through? To be attacked by everybody who he grew up with, friends with, strangers thinking that they have the audacity to, you know, call a hit on my son? Oh yeah, that's a kind of pomposity, if that's a word. That these bitches around here walking around. Oh, I'm gonna fucking show her I'm a controller her son. Would you like that as a family member for your kids to go through? No, I don't think so. Cause I can be a bitch and do that, so you can see what it feels like. I can be a bitch and do that. I could be, cause your kids is your heart. I can be that. I don't want to waste the time. I'll do what's hurt. Take away your money, just like I'm gonna take away theirs. You understand? Because you